Joining me now is Terry Strata. She's the national chair of the 9/11 Families and Survivors United for Justice Against Terrorism. Terry she lost her husband, Tom, in the North Tower of the World Trade Center. Terry, I said it in the break, but thank you for coming on today ahead of the anniversary. How have you been thinking and feeling about the 20th anniversary leading up to this?
Well, it's a painful one this year because the realization that 20 years have passed and that my children were 7, 4, and 4 days old on September 11th, and now they're young adults out in the world. One's married, one's working in Brooklyn, and my youngest actually joined the military, my 19-year-old, who just turned 20 2 days ago. So it just breaks my heart that he missed out on all of that, on her wedding, you know, on his graduation from Fort Benning, from my son's graduation from college, just everything. It's painful.
Yeah. And for you especially, Terry, this also marks, this anniversary marks the end of a many years-long fight that you and other families have waged to get declassified and released 9/11 investigation documents. President Biden, as we know days ago, has ordered that process to begin. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, well, this is a turning point, you know. This is the first time any administration has ever stood with the 9/11 families and decided it's time to stop protecting the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for the role that they played in murdering our loved ones. So he ordered that there has to be a declassification review process of all these documents that have state secrets on them, that have been overly classified, even documents that the DOJ has refused to look for and hand over. This is a comprehensive review process that will bring a lot of the truth to light and change the course of our relationship with the Saudis, and hopefully that we will become a nation much tougher on terrorism financing.
I saw that you said, you wrote about this, and you said, we need to heal. We need the truth. We deserve justice. And I think everyone would agree with you on that. Finally, and most importantly, though, you not only lost your husband on that day, your husband Tom, as you mentioned, your 3 kids lost their dad. Your youngest, Justin, was only 4 days old when Tom was killed. How do you describe the impact, just looking back over 20 years now, Terry, the impact of that day, that instant on your life and the life of your kids?
Yes, well, you know, terrorism does exactly what it's intended to do. It terrorizes you to your core. And we all experienced a shocking, you know, untimely, brutal murder of someone we loved dearly and fully had expected to spend, you know, the rest of our lives with. My children never should have had to have lived through the horror of September 11th and losing their father in such a horrific way. So it scarred all of us in some ways. You know, it's been hard to heal from that type of trauma. We've done the best we can. We've tried to honor Tom and, you know, live in his memory that he was a charismatic man that had this incredible sense of humor. So laughter has been an important part of our healing process. You know, try to laugh every day, try to remember, try to live in his honor, try to live in all of their honor. They all deserve us to, you know, be better people and to stand up for what's right. My husband loved to say, do the right thing, and I hope that that's what we continue to do.
Yeah. Do you see aspects of Tom in them, kind of like joy for life, that laugh? I'm sure you do.
Absolutely, right? You have children.
Yep.
But what's amazing is that whole, you know, nature versus nurture. Nature wins. I mean, my youngest has so many of his personality traits. Caitlin is athletic like him, and my oldest, Thomas, looks so much like him that if he's standing with his back to me, I can say, oh my God, Tom's in the room, because he's got the broad shoulders, you know, the head of hair. No. They bring me that kind of joy. You know, his friends always said, you know, we feel, you know, hearts break, it's so hard for you. But Tom lives in my children, and that has been a very, very important gift.
Oh, well, it's been a gift speaking with you. Thank you, Terry, for sharing that with me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.